Coach Rhea Williams. Okay, give us some more of the tips.
Okay, y'all still ready?
We
Okay,
are.
all right. Yes. Okay. So tip number 4, cultivating healthy friendships and healthy relationships. Now notice I use the word cultivate on purpose, and I'll tell you why. So often people, you know how you have like your childhood friends or friends from back in the day, or even a family member, you kind of can take for granted, like, oh, they're in my front row. I like to use a theater as an analogy. They're in my front row. So you just kind of like, you don't have to put in the same work, but that's not true. So I deal with a lot of clients sometimes that struggle in singleness, and I'm like, you know what? Relationships are classrooms. So you don't just all of a sudden fall in love and learn how to communicate. You don't all of a sudden fall in love and know how to ask for what you want. So guess what? Our friendships provide us that opportunity to speak up. Or guess what? To confront, to challenge something. If you see someone you love and you have some truth to tell, speak it in love, but you gotta speak it.
You gotta
just don't.
That's healthy love.
It's healthy love.
And a healthy
And we all know, and I'm not gonna mention no names on this beautiful, happy place, but we all know what it's like when people don't have truth tellers around them.
Yeah.
You can just tell,
I'd rather you tell me the truth.
Period. Hello?
Okay.
Let me know. Keep it together. So yes, cultivating those relations, and honestly, it builds confidence as well. So, the more that you own, what you're feeling and be able to communicate, then you feel more confident when you make your own choices. So that has been something that's been a real staple. And then, are you ready for the last tip?
Yes, we are ready.
Okay, I'm sorry, I can't do much without a snap. That's just the sister and the girl. So number 5 would be make intentional time for YOU. Make intentional time for you. Intentional, okay? I'm very careful with my words. Words have power, so intentionality is everything, and I'm gonna say why as well. The number one thing that people don't realize, we get on the airplane sometimes and they'll say, put the oxygen mask on yourself before you. That's it. That's the fundamental rule. So when your cup is empty, how can you pour out of it? When you are, busy and caught into even, the most successful people to those that are kind of like trying to find their purpose. At the end of the day, if you don't say in a week's time, now I like to say, set a daily time for yourself. But if you don't do that, then you can't honor anyone else. You can't give from the whole place of yourself if you're just giving yourself the scraps. So just setting a date with yourself. If it's 5 minutes in the morning, okay? Just with you, let it be done. And I guarantee
But that's needed and necessary.
It is.
Okay, so self-care.
Yes, self-care.
Okay, what would you say to someone if they're watching and they can't take the steps? Or, what would you say?
Dear person, let me tell you something. I am a human, and I know what it feels like to wonder if change is possible. So what I would tell them is to have an open heart, have an open mind, and be willing to speak to someone. It does not mean I love what I do, but part of the trick is thinking that, oh, nobody can help me, or I don't, and that's okay. The same way you would hire a personal trainer or a nutritionist. It's okay for a season, and I always frame this for clients. It doesn't mean lifelong, nothing's wrong with you, but sometimes it takes just a little bit of help and encouragement to untangle the cobwebs.
Right.
Or in the therapy world, we use the term pull back the onion. Like, it's okay. So I would just say, have an open heart, have an open mind, and realize that you're not alone. You are not alone. Okay?
That's it right there.
Okay?
You're not alone.
You're not.
Thank you so much for being here.
Thank
Will
you
you
for
come back
having me.
again?
I would love to.
This is amazing. You picked the happy place well. I love it. To learn more about Rhea and how to live your best life, visit JenniferHudsonShow.com. We'll be right back.